All right, welcome to IPL 5 here at the Cosmo, Las Vegas. It's Gwin here for Quantic, and I'm here with Kibbelz, who recently started IPL. So let's go for a skate and have a chat.
All right, let's do it, Gwyn.
All right, so Kibbelz, I mean, you started at IPL recently, and I mean, tell me a little bit about that, because you've been casting for a really long time, and it must be pretty huge for you to finally get that big gig.
Gwyn, I put a lot of work in back at Playhim, and it's really nice now that working for IPL. It's kind of like a realization of dreams. You know, a lot of people you talk about that. It's like that dream come true sort of term, but it really is. And now it's like I get to share the love I have of like esports and especially like StarCraft because it's a really emotionally involved one. That's what I like the most about it. Like yeah, like the high. Whoa, I'm falling. The high level like thought and stuff that goes into it is cool, but the emotional aspect that you can get from like seeing like Banelings or something hit, man, I'm so glad to finally be sharing that with lots and lots of people, you know?
That is absolutely awesome to hear that you finally got that lifelong dream. Becoming a caster, it's here. You put a lot of work in at Playhim, I know, because I casted with you some of those matches. Now talk to me a little bit about what it's like at the IPL office. What's an average day in the life of Kibbelz? What happens?
All right, basically the night before a match, like you prep, and I make a sheet for the players. Okay. I use an app on the iPad called Notability. It's fantastic. Big shout out to those guys. Actually, the Ryan guy next to me, his like dad was apparently a developer for the app. Regardless, I always get on my Notability. I set up a little bit for the two players that are going to be facing off, and then in the morning when I get into work, I start going over some of their recent games, see their strategies, because I like trying to have the most recent stuff that's happened between these guys. And honestly, now esports has gotten so large, following all of these players is very, very time-consuming and very difficult. So, now that I have a full-time job with this, it's like I'm going to put more and more time into building a very comprehensive understanding of all the players. And I'm just looking forward to hopefully in the future being able to like call on that resource. And especially, it's kind of like studying for an exam. You like make the outline itself, how helpful is it compared to the building of the outline, When you actually like take and you process information into things, you remember it really well. So I spend actually a lot of time right now, honestly, like I just study a ton for my matchups because it's very different being a part-time commentator than being a full-time one. People have expectations, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to meet them. I'm doing everything I can to increase my knowledge base and, just learn more about this game.
It's great that you're taking such a professional approach. I mean, I remember casting with you at MLG Anaheim, and you had this notebook full of notes on players, and you were able to bring such insightful commentary because of that. So it's great to see that taken to the next level, and I really kind of challenge other casters out there to do that much homework with stuff. And I know some of them already do, so I'm not saying they don't, but really, really great. It's great to have that happening. So let's see, what else? What else is going on with you, man? I mean, is IPL the only thing that's exciting right now, or you doing other stuff? How's the Bay Area?
San Francisco's fantastic. I guess that was two separate questions. Am I doing anything else? I mean, no, honestly, like now that I've got this, now that I've got this like full-time job, I'm actually, people have expectations, as I said before, and I want to meet those. And I know that like right now, yeah, I've been casting for a long time, but I've been doing it, part-time. Like I had a real life going on behind it and everything. So I was putting as much work as I could. But now that I have this opportunity, I really just want to impress everyone and, take all the time I can and get better at casting this game. So hopefully in the future, I'll be able to meet everyone's expectations. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed it in the meantime as I'm working to improve. But yeah, there's honestly like my going out is like everybody at the office right now. I'm going to still give it at least another month of like full-time, like I'm working way more than standard because I got a lot of catch up to do, honestly, on these other guys, Bitter and Rotterdam and Artosis, all these fantastic casters, Frodan, everybody that you guys probably know in the scene. I want to be as good as they are, and I'm just right now that's like my goal,
All right. Well, I mean, great words there. Now, so the IPL caster contest just happened. Robin was chosen. How do you feel about that? I mean, I know you've casted with Robin in the past, so I know you're familiar with him. Do you think that's going to be a really good match for IPL?
Especially with all the studying I'm doing, I'm becoming a little more analytical. So Robin, he's a fantastic play-by-play. They don't call him the passion-based caster for no reason. So, yeah, I mean, and in terms of personality, he's great for like the office. Everybody loves him. HR was like, you have to hire this guy. Like, HR is like 4 people, like 4 girls, and Greg, sorry, 3 girls and Greg, and they're a fantastic group. And they just loved Robin as much as we did. So we had to pick him up, and I'm looking forward to working with him in the future for sure. I mean, we've been friends for a very, very long time. So.
That is awesome to hear. So expect great things out of Kibbelz and Robin, guys. And I think we're going to wrap it up with that. Any shout-outs you'd like to make before we close this interview out?
Shout out to Toby, because without him I wouldn't be here. Shout out to my friends, my family, everybody at home who's supporting me and watching at my first live event. Really means a lot. And shout out to the crowd here in Vegas, because you guys came out.
It's been great.
Yeah. I mean, it's phenomenal. Like, been to a lot of events, and I got to say, I've never seen a crowd this energetic. So, like, thanks everybody who came out, because this has been an awesome experience.
All right, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and close it up. This is Gwin with Quantic here, signing off.